All right, we've been talking about the black eye in rugby league this weekend. Rep round it was. Well, it quickly turned into cocaine round, didn't it? 4 different busts, from a chairman of a club to club captains to captains of their country, test players. All started Friday when we heard about Sean Kenny-Dow from the Roosters, former Kiwi centre as well. He was allegedly caught with a drug in a Sydney nightclub. Over the weekend, after the Anzac test in Canberra, Storm and Titans co-captains Jesse Bromwich, Kevin Proctor, they were caught buying the drug at a Canberra nightclub. Now, they've had ramifications of this big time. They've both been kicked out of the Kiwis World Cup squad for the end of the year. This is the captain of their country, Jesse Bromwich, gone. Now, not only do they have the humiliation of letting down their country, their family, their clubs, themselves, they're going to lose about 120 grand each for not playing in the World Cup. So they've got ramifications coming their way. Even more surprising, and this one for me, is the Cronulla Sharks chairman, or former chairman, he's now resigned, Damien Keogh, pulled up by police in a Sydney pub with a plastic bag containing what is believed to be cocaine that same night as the test down in Canberra. Now, he's spoken today. There's not much he could say. It's all in the hands of lawyers. He said he doesn't have a drug problem, though. That's the one thing he has said. Now, he's 55 years of age, Damien Keogh, father of 4. His role as the head of Hoyt's Entertainment, that's also up in the air. He's already stepped down from the Sharks, wants to distance the club from any wrongdoing here. Now, remember, he's a former Olympic basketballer. What's going on here? Is it just an NRL problem? I don't think it is. The boss of the NRL, Todd Greenberg, had this to say a short time ago.
I say regularly about accountability for actions, and you make poor decisions, even split-second ones, they can have massive consequences. And, you know, the thing that disappointed me on the weekend is these are leaders within the game. They're leaders in the game that absolutely should understand the ramifications, and they should be making better decisions. And they're being held accountable for that today, and I'm sure they pay their price.
Yeah, the clubs have taken action. Their country's taken action. They've taken action themselves. Proctor standing down indefinitely from the Titans. Jesse Bromwich has been handed a 2-match suspension by the Storm. They've both been kicked out of the New Zealand Test squad, as I said. Now, I've always maintained that the NRL is just a snapshot of society. There's some great people within the NRL. There's some bad eggs within the NRL, just like there is with society. But as Todd Greenberg pointed out, that these are leaders, a club chairman, captains of country, test players, co-captains of clubs. What would drive people who are so successful at the top of their game to turn to something like this? And why cocaine? Why is that the drug of choice? Not just the NRL, but society. It's society-wide. And as Damien Keogh's shown, it crosses the lines between age groups and those on the ground playing to those in the corporate box. Again, it's across the game. It's across society. Why would those leaders, why would those at the top of their game take these risks? To shine some light on this, I thought I'd go to someone who actually tests drugs in the workplace. Not sport, but in the workplace in general. Let's broaden this out a bit. Let's try and get an idea of why successful people would do this. Dale Kennett is just that man. G'day, Dale.
Yes, good afternoon, Ben. How are we?
Very well. Testing for drugs in the workplace. Talk me through a typical day for you.
Typical day is, well, my business, I really focus on random drug testing. So I get clients call me up last minute and sort of say, I need you to come out today to complete a drug test on some people in our company. I'll go there, depending on whether the client chooses them or I choose the people, or we pull golf balls out of a bag. We find a random way of testing the people. We then go through the process of taking a urine sample, take it to lab, and see what results we get.
That's how it's supposed to work in sport as well. Why is something like, and I've got a theory on this, but I want to see what you want to say. Why is something like cocaine, even ecstasy, party drugs? Why are they a drug of choice for so many people?
It's the buzz that they get from it. You become and feel invincible when you take the drug. They're the uppers, so they're up there with the heroines as well. but you just get such a wicked, wicked buzz from it that you just go, I've got to have that again.
How long does it stay in someone's system?
Maximum 4 days.
4 days.
4 days.
Okay. What about something like ecstasy or?
They're all fairly similar.
Yep.
It's only when you start going into marijuana, which you start getting a lengthier time frame.
Okay.
If you're a heavy user of marijuana, easily 3 months it can still be in your system. So for sports people, not really a good thing for them to take.
No.
Because they're regularly drug tested anyhow.
And sorry, Dale, go on.
That's right. Even though they're randomly tested, the sports people will have an idea of there's going to be a strong chance that I'm going to be tested. And so they will change the way that they operate in regards to their taking of drugs so that way they can avoid a detection.
And that's why I wanted to ask you about how long it lasts in the system for, because I have always been of the long-held belief that alcohol for an athlete does more harm to the body as far as recovery, as far as injuries, as far as actually being a depressant and brings down your performance rather than a drug which is an upper, a stimulant that is out of the system, I thought, quicker. But if it can linger for 4 days, that kind of blows that theory out of the water.
But that's only if you're taking a large amount and you're a regular user. You know, if you're just taking a point here or a point there, it can be gone within a couple of days.
Why do those at the upper echelon, those who seem to have success, seem to have it all, why are they drawn to these drugs?
Because of the buzz. Once you've reached a peak, where do you find that next peak? You know, you go back to Maslow's hierarchical theory of needs. It says, you know, once you reach self-actualization, you can never reach it, because once you get there, you sort of think, okay, I now need something else to give me that buzz. So these people have reached a point where they get that buzz and they go, well, how do I get that next buzz? Oh, look, hang on a sec, let's try this drug. Oh, wow, I feel great. I feel invincible. I feel fantastic. Let's do it again. I need to have that buzz again.
Dale, fascinating, mate. Appreciate the insight. Dale Kennett there, he's the Director of Forensic HR. He's a workplace drug tester. And as I said, yes, focused on the NRL, high profile. 4 cases over this weekend or since Friday, everything from a club chairman to captains of country, captains of clubs. Why? I think it is a societal problem, and the NRL is just a snapshot of society. We've got 4 here across a different range of players to those off-field. That doesn't mean everyone in the NRL is tarnished. It's the same with society and drugs, isn't it? There's people at your workplace that may use them. There's people that you know may use them.